Have family in the area?
Nope, my whole family lives in Russia.
Your whole family's in Russia. Wow.
That's how I get some foreign investors to come here and invest money.
Absolutely. So now, I've only asked her a couple questions. Have I engaged in any way, shape, or form about me? No. But now, in less than a minute, what do I now know about her? What about her family? They're all in Russia, and she uses them as a gateway to bring foreign investment, foreign currency to the United States. I also know her occupation. What does she do? She works for HUD. Now, that may be advantageous or beneficial, it may not. Okay, but it doesn't matter. You now know a little bit more about her. So if you're not working at HUD, Anna, and you're not visiting with your family in Russia, and you're not helping to bring investors over here, what do you do for fun?
I play tennis.
You play tennis? Oh. My idea of playing tennis is watching a good match on TV. Usually now we're getting into a little bit of fun. We're into recreation, right? And so the last is motivation. And as the founder of District RIA, if it truly were me, I could say, so what brought you to District RIA last night? Oh, I saw you on the internet. Oh, that's awesome. We're really glad you came by. You see, that conversation just flowed, but I listened. She responded. She hasn't asked me anything about myself, because I didn't give her time right now. But that's okay, because we have two of these and one of these, two of these and one of these for a reason. You need to listen more and talk less. But now, Anna probably feels like I what about her? Care. Right? I've asked about her. If you ask someone, do you have children? No, not yet. Anybody who has children? Martin, if I were to ask you about your children, would you not go on and on and on and on and on about them? Because that's what parents do, right? When you get somebody on the topic or on the conversation of family, it's the biggest ice builder that you could possibly imagine. Same thing with their occupation. Let them talk. And then the next time you follow up with Anna, we're not talking real estate yet. We've talked a little bit about it, but we're still not talking about it. Hey, Anna, how's your tennis game?
Good.
Good? Yeah? Did you play a lot this week?
I did. I wish I played it more, but I did really well.
Wow, awesome. And when was the last time you were home?
2 hours ago?
No, like home, Russia, home.
Probably a month and a half ago. I'm going back in February.
Oh, fantastic.
For a conference.
For a conference. You get to see your family a lot. I bet that's really exciting. So guys, this is nurturing. This is building on the relationship. I'm getting to know her as a person. At some point, she's going to want to know what it is that I do, or we start talking more about it, and we start talking more about investments. But before we even get to that point, there's such a comfort now and a connection now between us as human beings, right? And so every conversation, and I mean every conversation that you start with another human being, you always want to start it about them and not about you. Most conversations. When you're building relationships and building rapport, as an instant rapport, it helps you to understand even further. Anybody in the room in IT, computers? Anybody in the room doctors, scientists? Yeah? Okay. Anybody in the room that's a nurse? I guarantee you the conversation that you would have with a computer IT person or a doctor or a nurse is going to be very, very different than it is if it is a stay-at-home mom, for example. So knowing who it is that you're talking with, knowing who it is, this is the secret, truly to me, it's a secret. And it's not a secret, that I wish 16 years ago someone had shared with me. I've always been a people person, but I truly wish I had understood that the secret to the success in my life and into my real estate business and into everything that I do is the power and the energy that I put out in building relationships. Because after you build the relationship, now you find the deal, and what happens after you find the deal? The money will come. It just will. It always does. We have a student who just closed Tuesday, Valerie, another one. She's on a roll, on a duplex in DC. And on Friday, I got 2 phone calls. She was hysterical. Her girlfriend called me. She was hysterical. $30,000 shy to get to the table on Tuesday. How could she do it? What was she going to do? I mean, she was in a total panic. Anybody been there? Okay, we've all been there. It happens. But we talked it through. I said, look, you know you're going to make it. You've done it before. You're at the end of the rope. It's the person that you are. Dig in deep. Work over the weekend. You're going to pull it off. If not, you just, push the closing out a day or two. You're going to be okay. She closed. She went to another networking event and actually found someone there to lend her the last little bit of dollars that she needed, and she went to settlement on Tuesday. In a year, she was at the holiday party. She was our #1 investor. We acknowledged her. In a year and a half, she's acquired 6 units. She's holding on to all of them. Some of them are duplexes. She's working 2 jobs full-time plus a part-time job. I truly don't know how she's done what she's done, but on top of all of that, now 18 months later, this one property that she just acquired Tuesday that she didn't think on Friday she was going to have the money to close on, when she's done rehabbing it, is going to be the property that's going to set her free. She's going to be able to let go of one of those careers. So real estate investing is very, very powerful, but here, guys, it doesn't happen overnight. It doesn't happen overnight. So you've got to network. You've got to build relationships.
We added something there.
Yeah.
So, for those of you that weren't at the holiday party, you didn't hear about Charlie's story. And Charlie's story is another one to be shared and really uplifted, and it kind of dovetails off of Valerie. So, how many of you thought tonight, as a kickoff to the 90-day challenge, you may come hear about pre-foreclosures or this new hot chic topic for 2013? Raise your hands. Admit it. Raise your hands. Okay, good number of you. All right, so now you're going to get some education and some training on some real estate topics over the weekend, a 2-day training. But really what Tammy's focusing on and what I've been focusing on is really the foundation, the mindset, the relationships it takes to actually get that first deal or next deal done. Now, let me quickly go over Charlie's story. Charlie, I think his first meeting was maybe about a year. Charlie Murphy, by the way, not Eddie Murphy's brother, but that's his name, Charlie Murphy. So anyway, his first meeting was about a year ago, December of 2011. Charlie had signed up for 1 or 2 coaching programs. He was frustrated. He hadn't done a deal, but he was persistent. He was dedicated to doing that first deal. He was continuing to enrich himself with, the knowledge in lease options, in fix and flips, that being rehabbing. He hadn't identified what course of action he was going to take. But it was through that education, it was through coming to meetings, through networking, through doing things that Tammy had said, that he started building relationships. So people knew, once Charlie focused in, that he wanted to do fix and flips in and around DC. Okay, certain parts of DC, PG County. That was through him focusing on his why and his specific purpose. The reason I want to bring this up, I want to bring it full circle, and long story short, is that when he found his first deal, not through sending out direct mail postcards, which are great, not by putting out bandit signs, which are great, not by doing things that you would read in a textbook in terms of good marketing strategies. He got his first deal by someone sitting right next to him in a chair right here at one of these meetings, through a relationship. So the person was asking Charlie what he did, he was telling him what he was looking for, and the guy said, you know what, I own a property in DC that fits this criteria, and more than that, since I know you and know that you are, who you say you are, instead of one of the real estate investor that just got a business card, put things on Craigslist, and you don't know that person from Adam, the relationship allowed this property owner to sell the property to Charlie with 100% seller financing.
All he had to bring was $6,000.
100% seller financing. He just had to bring closing costs and miscellaneous costs to the table. And Charlie actually threw, again, being what he was, being what he had declared himself to be, and that is a real estate investor, getting the education, getting the knowledge, building the relationships. He was able to then go to a doctor friend of his and say, look, I got this deal, I got this property, I got it seller finance, I got all my ducks in a row. I got my contractor that he met through the club to actually go and give, he got multiple, bids, and he had everything, all the ducks in a row. And then he was able to get a friend of his to private lend on the deal and got all the rehab money as a private investor loan. So I give you that full story to say, look, tonight, it's about, again, the foundation, the mindset to launch you into the right direction for 2013. This weekend, you're going to get 2 days of training that's going to go into specific real estate topics, and then also show you what's working in your backyard, depending on where you are, the different opportunities for you from all the spectrum of real estate. Don is great with that. But again, tonight is a launching pad for the foundation, your why, getting really specific, and just really honing in on the fact it's important to build those relationships, because that's what's going to lead to these. So I wanted to share that.
Thank you. And Andre just said something, and he also said something earlier, I said I wanted to dovetail on. How, in the course of a day, how many times have you said, oh, I'm a newbie, I can't do that. That's not going to work for me. I don't have enough education to get that done. There's no way I'm going to get the money to make that deal done. I haven't got my first deal yet. Anybody have those thoughts? Right? I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time on this, guys, but these are called stories. These are tapes. And they run consistently in our minds. And it's all about the law of attraction. What you think manifests itself in your body. What you declare, that's what Andre said, declare. What you declare to the universe, what you declare to yourself, what you declare to others is what will manifest itself in your life. So if you say, I can't get my first deal done, what are you getting back? Can't get it. I don't know how to find a good deal. What are you bringing in? You don't know how to find it. So guess what? You can't. So we have to change, and it's called a paradigm shift. We have to have a paradigm shift in our own life. If you're centered here, Charlie,
Speaking of the devil.
right on time. We just were talking about you. Happy New Year. This is Charlie, everybody. Give him a round of applause. We were just talking about you and your deal. You couldn't have timed that more perfect. The seat besides yours, too. Very, very awesome. If you get too chilly up here, please let me know. It's over 80 degrees in here, and I just was getting on fire. So if you get too chilly, I'll shut it. So I have also learned that you've got to be centered in here in order to be able to do what is out there. Does that make sense? But life's going to happen, right? Things are going to happen. Mistakes happen. People fall by the wayside. Okay? But life also still goes on. We had a death in our family. I got the call at 8 o'clock this morning. Thought she was going to be here with me for 6 more months, but she's not. But life still goes on. You have to make sure that no matter what is going on, that you have the clarity and the focus and the passion and the drive in here to build those relationships and do whatever you have to do so that the real estate business out there can thrive. I can't find the money. I won't find the money. I don't know where it's going to come from. Again, guess what? That's exactly what's going to happen. So, Andre gave you some initial questions. I want to just kind of talk about these outwardly, and then I'm going to give you some real serious internal questions we're going to spend a little bit of time on. So one of the things that we do every year is we have a 90-day challenge here at the District 3. Why? Because we can talk about these things this evening. Hi, Randolph. We can talk about these things this evening. And I can send you home, and tomorrow you're going to get up and go to your job or whatever it is that you're going to do, and you probably close up the notebook, and all those things are going to happen. But there's got to be accountability, there's got to be like-mindedness, and there's got to be somebody that can dive in a little bit deeper than what we can tonight to be able to help you with that. So we do a 90-day challenge. And what this 90-day challenge is the first 90 days to coach you, prep you, guide you, immerse you into it, have you connect in a small group with like-minded people, hopefully get a deal done or 2 deals done, to give you, as Andre says, the foundation to then go out and have, more importantly, the confidence to go do what it is that you want to do. I didn't have that. We want to be able to share that with you. So, take your 90-day challenge page out. How many of you would be, and this is a very interactive conversation, how many, and be very honest, because this is all about you, as I said. How many of you would feel better as a person to work individually and learn at your own rate and your own pace? Or how many, so raise your hands if you would rather work in real estate and work as a person alone. Study, do your own thing, you're an independent person, you'd rather just do it on your terms. Anybody? Val? Wait, be honest, guys. It's okay. It's not right or wrong. Okay?
What do you mean by what do you do? I don't understand.
Well, I'm going to answer I'm going to ask the next question. Or would you rather be a part of a team and work with like 2 or 3 people, 4 people, and everybody shares in the team effort? So if you think about basketball, you have individual players, right? But they all work together as a team. So if you were to think about real estate, do you feel that you would thrive best, that you would do more if you could take information and you know you're a go-getter, you know you're a self-starter, you know you're on fire, you know what you need to do to get it done, and there are people out there like that, and then you go get it done. That's okay. Some people work best and are motivated best by other like-mindedness when they're in a small group. It is not right or it is not wrong. I just want you to think about that. Just think about it for your business. Part of that is being open if you're an individual and you're a solo entrepreneur and you're independent, and that's the way that I was, keyword was, is that I just wanted to do it on my own. Be at my own pace, do it my way, control. And you get to a certain point where you don't have all the skills, all the resources, all the talents to get done what you need to get done. And before I knew it, I was wearing 30 different hats as a real estate investor in my business, trying to get all this different stuff done, instead of actually working on the business and being very laser focused and niche specific on what I knew that I was good at. Does that make sense? So think about that as you're journaling these notes and as you're thinking about your real estate business. A team could simply be a friend or your spouse. You know, there's times when my husband and I work really, really well together. There's other times where we can't work together at all. It just doesn't work out. But we've learned what he does well, he does. He does the maintenance and the construction and the contracting and all of that. But under no circumstances will he deal with collecting of the rent and dealing with the leases and dealing with the personalities and all that kind of stuff. That's what I do. But I know what I need to do and he knows what he needs to do. So think about that. What area works best for you? I'm going to change this around a little bit. Where you live oftentimes determines where you will market and invest in real estate. A lot of times you'll hear national speakers and other real estate investors say the best place to invest is in your own backyard. Well, that is true to some extent. Depends on the property and the type of real estate that you're investing in. If you are investing in single-family homes and you're going to rehab them and hold them in their single family, wouldn't it be better to have easy access to single-family homes in your own backyard? Yes, absolutely.